And it pays off because I think you've never really seen anything like this. So it was really thrilling, especially to see it on IMAX, to be honest with you. To see it huge, it was just unbelievable.
Obviously, there's a lot of work that goes into this. How is it to see the final product?
Unlike any other movie that I've ever seen, because there's never been, so much of what I do in the film is on a blue screen on a stage, and I can see what they call the previs, a pre-visualization, where it looks like an old video game, where it's sort of, this is kind of what you'll look like, and it's sort of, like a Pixar or pixelated version of me. So I had an idea, but when you see it all together, I mean, even when I started seeing the first few frames of it, even from the Coliseum Fighter in a trailer, I was just blown away. I mean, because I knew they were, forgive the pun, going into uncharted waters here. Really, it was a new, pushing the VFX departments as much as they could. And it pays off because I think you've never really seen anything like this. So it was really thrilling, especially to see it on IMAX, to be honest with you. To see it huge, it was just unbelievable.
Arthur is talking to the fish.
We actually have 4DX here in UK, exclusive to us. So obviously with moving seats and scents and water.
Right.
Is there any particular bit that you think might be really perfect?
Probably a lot of the coming in and out of water, I think. I would imagine that scene, the one of the Black Manta scenes, we'll just leave that there, and with that, a lot of those fights in water, I think would be probably pretty thrilling in 4DX.
The only way to stop this war is for you to take your rightful place as king.
Stranger to DC, obviously with Watchmen, but how does it feel to kind of be the perceived bad guy?
I didn't know if I would get a chance again, to be quite honest with you, to don the tights, so they say, and so I was. I love it. I love that it's. He is a villain, but you understand where he's coming from. He's not just a sort of typical cookie cutter villain. I think you care about him. So how much you like him or dislike him, I think that will vary from people, and that's fine. But I think everybody will care about Orm, and that's all I'm hoping for.
Yeah, it's not sort of a direct villain.
Right, and I think that's why he counteracts really well to Black Manta, because you see Black Manta's journey is very primal, so that sort of lets us with Orm sort of get a little more complicated. And how bad is he? Is he that bad? And also when you're talking about I'm the half brother to Arthur, like you've got to finding the things that separate us is pretty obvious, the things that are that different. I think it's finding the commonality and when we could have gotten along maybe in a different scenario. I think that's what's interesting.
My brother has come from the surface to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping.
At Cineworld, we have a lot of film fans who just love going to the movies.
Right.
What's your favourite thing about going to the cinema?
Probably seeing it with my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have two boys, and my wife and I love going to the movies. But seeing it through, the wonder of the theater, of the screen, through a child's eyes is really exciting. I find myself sort of looking down the line and watching the big eyes, and that to me, it was always a very special event for me as a kid to go see a movie, especially in the summertime. And usually I grew up in Florida, so it's always so hot, so the only time you could get air conditioning is when you're sitting in a theater. So it's all about the experience, and I think that's something that will never go away. So yeah, but now it's probably through my kids' eyes.
Have your kids seen Aquaman?
Not yet. My kids will see it in LA for the LA premiere.
The war is coming to the surface, and I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas with me.